Welcome to another exciting episode of Gauteng Live, your premier platform where we talk everything about the visitor economy. Today, we are coming live and direct on the backdrop and sidelines of Meetings Africa, Africa's premier business lekgotla event. And I am joined for the first time in our podcast by the same,
Yeah.
and I'm not even sure who's who. Gooks la Gooks, and Tans la Tans. So it's like Gooks la Tans.
Yeah.
So who's who here?
Yeah. So I'm Gugu, she's Busi.
Yeah.
And then we share a nickname for Sweetie and Sweetie.
Sweet and Sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Sweet and Sweetie joining me. I was telling somebody the story that I actually met you guys some donkey years ago. Little kiddies going up and down, excited at Africa's travel in Dava, and I was just fascinated by this energy. And I says, this is the energy we need in the travel and tourism space.
Yeah.
And look at you guys. How has been the journey?
It's been great. It's
Yeah.
been very humbling. I think especially the journey got more easier or bearable when we started attending the trade shows.
Yeah.
A lot, because I think before we started the trade show, there was a lot of field work, like working. And sometimes you felt like,
no,
no.
not penetrating the market.
yeah, and you're like, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
But when we started attending the trade shows, we were exposed to more people. Like we were exposed to more buyers, we were exposed to sellers, we were exposed to more age. Like it was a lot of people that were able to sell our services, advertise us, and to just assure us that
it was not hard for us to introduce ourselves to the market.
Yeah.
When the space allowed us to sell ourselves, to tell everybody who we are
Yeah.
and what we do. And most of them, they were hungry to hear from us and hear the foods that we have to serve and to offer the other market. And it's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been really good. And just to add on to that, everybody else was familiar with our services, which is quad biking, and our company name, which is Twin Veg. I know that was going to come the question, but yeah, since we do quad biking, everybody knows what it is, but they never really met the people that actually do
Do the quad bike.
their services. So coming to the spaces, actually for us, it was like, I'm not sure how it felt like. It felt like,
a glove, a hand and a glove.
yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
But everything just connected. We're in the right place at the right time. Can I put it that
yeah,
way?
and I think for that, the minute we landed at a trade show, I felt like, yo,
felt
God,
different.
he's very intentional.
So which one was this? So you
It was
Our first one
Was
was the
WTM.
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And our
lovely.
first exhibition was with WTM, and then with the Department of Tourism was last year at the
Indaba.
Indaba.
Yeah.
And this when we got a lot of exposure. And this when we had to go to, before we used to find our own stands.
Yes.
And then we got funded by the
The
department
department. of
through the
tourism.
exposure that we got from here. That why are you guys paying for yourselves?
Yeah.
Actually, you guys can get a funding from the Department of Tourism. So the space allowed us to see and learn and even save money and
100.
get sponsors from the department. And
And the support that we
support
got
as well,
is
because
incredibly
also
amazing.
like now we have the interviews with you guys. We had the interviews as well last year through the department, which actually accelerated our business.
yeah,
helped
and
us
credibility as well.
Yeah, because when people see us in these spaces,
Yeah.
they see that actually we are accredited and we're actually ready and we are.
So
good.
you are not just coming in to walk around.
No, we're not just
to
pretty
pretty,
faces.
Yeah,
we have to work.
but I know the energy and twin adventure. So quad bikes, and now you are at Meetings Africa.
Yeah.
What's the relations? So how do I do a quad bike wearing
A
like
suit.
like these guys?
And it's quite interesting. So, I mean, remember, Miss Africa has a lot of lodges, hotels, and all of these people. At the end of the day, our people are sleeping at somebody else's bed or a lodge or a hotel.
Absolutely.
So, one thing
Always
we've
need
learned,
something to do.
the space allows us not to limit ourselves into Cape Town. Our clients, we have clients coming out from Limpopo. We've got clients coming out from
Mpumalanga.
Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and it's
Tanzania.
actually exactly like now we're like, this is Africa,
Yeah.
Namibia. We're meeting a lot of Tanzanian people that bring clients
to
to
Yeah.
Cape Town, and as much as it's people in suits, but I mean they're bringing people like ourselves who
And
want to be in
also,
the quad.
again, with suits, you can always change your suits. Come bring your team and have a
For
team
it's a
building,
corporate team building.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Come,
for a leisure, for an experience with families and all of that. So
and
it's
the
actually
thing
nice
about our
how
activity. It's open to everyone, the young and the
Yeah.
old. And I always tell people they don't need experience. We take you through everything. And I had a lady earlier on today. So you need a license? I'm like, no, darling, you don't even need a license. Even with our sailboats, like you don't need prior experience.
Yeah.
You can either sit or stand. I'm gonna show you. By the time you leave the dunes, you
You
put
are
on a
good.
buy quad bag.
Yeah.
You put on a go buy
But so long as safety measures are in place,
They are.
you are able to go. No, lovely guys to see your business moving from those back in the days, just even before COVID, and you guys are moving in right now. So being young ladies in the business, what are some of the challenges that you came through that you might even be experiencing right now? And we have hundreds and hundreds of viewers that tunes into Gauteng Live podcast, and they might be looking at you guys as possible guys to give them advices on how to go about this business and be at the right place at the right time.
Yes. So one thing for sure is we are very fortunate and blessed when the business, or when we saw the opportunity to even start. And when we started, fortunately for us, we started off with like great excitement. I mean, when we met us, we were very excited. It was like nothing else mattered at that point.
The challenges at the time.
Yeah.
The challenges never really. Yeah, it was just with opportunity. And then we started trading. You started realizing how hard it was. Like the bike spray.
Yeah.
Mechanics would take advantage.
And they don't fix
So guys, you can even see this other one starts and the other one finishes up the sentence. Yeah, I can imagine what happens when you do that.
So you always give the one person the
At
bike.
time, yeah.
I'll give you now.
So the hardest thing when we started was like when our bikes started breaking a lot, and even being females in the field where our competitors are male.
Yeah.
And sometimes, no, just not about that, but it's just us being females in the space where there's a lot of male people dominating the space.
Yeah.
It sometimes, it's like they want to hear our voices when they want to hear what would we say or do.
Yeah.
If any issue arises, they want to hear what you'd say. But in anything else, it's like they would call a meeting or they want to talk about anything amongst themselves. But it's like they kind of belittle you until as you grow. You silence them as we grow. Like I think it's just us growing has just really silenced men. But I mean, I'm not sure but I think it's not a world thing, but I think it's a crisis where men don't necessarily think that women are capable enough. Yeah. I'm not sure if men are surrounded by women that rely literally on men. Yes,
but you guys are pioneering forward. You are changing the narrative, not by just talking. You are actually doing the work.
Exactly.
And then
equal to the best. We can do what they can do.
Yeah, equal to the best.
What they do, we can do it. I mean, if you needed me to pull a bike, I'll pull it out. You know, if you need me to do something, I'll do it. But
we had to learn how to change spark plugs.
I mean, it was hard. It was hard. But I think what made us like stay the course. When we started beginning of that year, there was a word in Deuteronomy that God said, "The land that you're going in, I will take care of you throughout the land." And He said, even in winter, I'll send rain. And it's so ironic how there's rain in Cape Town in winter.
Yeah.
But the word, I think it really anchored us to like be strong and grounded, even when we were going to be faced with the rains or the season going down. But just being anchored in Christ, honestly, that has been our strength. Because some days we would always go to work or come back home. We were stressed. It was been a hectic day. And we would think, I'm never going back there. But we get a client working tomorrow and there's nobody else to go, but we had to go face the client even after such a bad day we had today. So it was a matter of not giving up, keep on keeping on, believing in yourself. Yeah. Even if people are going to tell you, are you really going to do it? I mean, are you really going to pull that bike? We've had times where we had to pull out a bike together and let's say, you're never going to get that bike out. And we would bring the bike out, right?
Okay, let's move now into the business side. Yeah. So we are at Meetings Africa.
Yes.
And his conferences, his events planners, his PCOs, professional conference organizers, and you guys being in the adventure space, how much of a potential are you seeing in the business side of the entire tourism value chain, where you are looking into conference spaces, you are kicking the adventure space, you are riding the crest, and now people are gathering here.
Yeah.
Conferences are there, but the terrain has changed now. Conferences are no longer defined as the traditional walls of convention centers. People are able to have a conference at a safari space.
Yeah.
People are able to have a conference So you can imagine a conference at Table Mountain,
Yeah.
a conference at
the
the Dinokeng Game Reserve here, a conference underground at the parking of the Gautrain.
Yeah.
Is it something that your business is considering? Because I know you to be quite adventurous and going to the spaces where nobody wants to venture in.
Yeah. So that's actually a good question. I don't think I've necessarily thought of that, but seeing that a lot of, like, for instance, there was mining in Daba, and there's a lot of conferences that are held in Cape Town as it is, and there's a lot of people that if they are around for business, they want something to relax and do, or if there's a marathon, and people are coming out for a marathon or for a run, they usually come around and do the quad biking. There was a guy in one of the meetings we attended yesterday. There's a rock in the days that there's an event that comes that, and then want to work around the June. So pretty much what it has happened in the economy or the value chain, it has really, really stabilized our country. Like, I mean, I as a young person never thought I would be in tourism and I'd be self-employed and be in a place where I don't really have to worry about tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And being able to absorb even other people, and you realize that actually there are families that are really reliant on the business. But as a business and in tourism and in the adventure space, you just see that there's so much that we can do. Like, the land is plenty. There's vast opportunities for all. And if you have to bring like corporates, like the what is it? The groups, if they're
Yeah.
coming for business or whatnot. I mean, there are groups travel that we can do, like packaging a group for whether about 50 people to 200 people, and see how we work around that. So it's something that is actually good.
And have them at the June.
You never know.
Absolutely.
You
You
really,
know?
really never
So,
know.
let's do this. So you are in adventure space.
Yes.
So, and you are not alone. There's a lot of.
There are a lot of yes.
So, let's do a pact. You are going to start convening other adventure peoples at your space. You have
Yeah.
your conference.
Yeah.
You have a conference right there at the Dunes.
Yeah.
If they don't allow you here, you can come here in Gauteng. We'll help you facilitate, take you to the World Heritage Sites.
Nice.
You meet up because like-minded people doing the
Nice.
same service,
Yeah.
you might want to have your discussions.
Exactly.
Then you start turning that place not just from an
Sure.
adventure place
Sure.
to a gathering place.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So, do we agree? You have a
I
point?
agree. And I agree. Honestly, it is like we've been part of a fairly union amongst ourselves. No, I really agree.
The second thing, we will get the other same here in Gauteng, and we want to twin your business.
Really?
Do you agree?
Of
And then
course.
let's just push and see
Let's see
how
it goes.
how that goes.
We are happy.
Because you guys have been fantastic.
Thank you so
You
much.
have grown so much, and you can only not even the skies should be the limit for you. So to other people, to the adventurers there, or those that might be at home sitting not knowing what might be in store for them. It's still February.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are looking the year ahead that are not sure what is their mojo, what drives them. Your message to them.
I can start.
Yeah.
I think mine is simple. I always tell them, have faith, never give up. Always show up.
Yeah.
It's good. For instance, if we never came to these spaces, would have known of DT, I would have known you guys.
Yeah.
So showing up is important.
Yeah.
Sometimes just clean up, just take that bath and show up if there's such events. And then just observe and learn.
Look around.
Sometimes shadow people. You don't even need to get paid. Shadow and see how that will take you, and don't give up and always show up. That's my motto.
I know we live in a country where they say there's a lot of huge unemployment, and that thing really makes me very emotional because we stay in a country where we are very rich in resources, rich in minerals, rich in skills. We've got a lot of rich in people. There are a lot of universities, schools in our country.
Yeah.
There's so many things which are good and very positive in the country. Yet people tend to look at all the negative.
Yeah.
There's so much. I mean, if we're in a country where people flock in the country to look for jobs, and we as South Africans say there are no jobs,
There's something
honestly
not
speaking,
connecting there.
there's not connecting.
Yeah.
In the adventure space throughout the country, whether you go to, like in the Western Cape, you go to Cape Town, George, you go to Mpumalanga, you go to, like anywhere you go, you'll find foreign nationals that are employed or working. Why? Because one, yes, our people may not be exposed.
Yeah.
Okay? It's fine.
Maybe let's take it from the culture that we start seeing. You guys have made it, but it's a disturbing culture of, especially our young people, not wanting to do stuff, everything coming to them easily, and you guys are an opposite of that. So your reinforced message to those that might be sitting ekoneni and not seeing end of the tunnel, but lights being there.
I'd say to them, your dreams are valid. If you're old, let us say you are 30, you were once a young boy or a young lady who had dreams. Those dreams are still valid. Those dreams are still there. Tap into your dreams. Believe in yourself. You're never old enough to go pursue your dreams. You're not young enough to become whatever you wanted to be. So believe in yourself. Have a mentor. Imitate them. Do what they're doing, and I bet you. And don't have to do like everything, but find the good qualities from people that you also embody and do the same thing and become a better person. Believe in yourself, and there are opportunities out here. Forget the mentality of saying there are no jobs in the country.
Yeah.
Forget that mentality. It's all in the mind. There are jobs out here. Believe in yourself. Go out there and go and work.
So as we wrap it up, Meetings Africa has been running since yesterday. You were part of the Bond Day.
Yes.
Going back home, having been in this province, the Golden Province, what are some of the things that you will say these are our key performance and key takeouts when you go back home or a week after Meetings Africa and you look back and say, I had a successful Meetings Africa? What are some of those things that you will be looking at?
Wow, I think like yesterday already, one day, I was amazed at the work that other people are putting in. Yeah. I was amazed at what other countries are doing and the work that they are doing. Like, it's truly incredible to see that the land is plenty and the workers are few, you know? And you like, my take is, I can't wait to go back home, to implement the thing that we did, to enforce that relationship that we started building from yesterday, and make make profit out of those relationships. Like, there's already potential clients and collaborations that we're going to work on, which I'm very excited about, and I can't wait to work on.
For instance, earlier on today, we already had secured a business for clients coming in on the 2nd of March.
Oh yeah, 2nd of March.
And it's a large group.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm even grateful that this was in the same space.
So Meetings Africa is working. This is where business decisions are made, not just business decision. Investments are made and businesses are grown. Yeah. We're looking forward to having you guys growing more in strength and strength.
Thank you.
That has been another exciting segment of Gauteng Life, your premier platform where we speak everything visitor economy. And like I've said, coming on the sideline of Meetings Africa 2025. Until the next episode, second round.
Thank you.